So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to get a massive FPS boost in Greenville, and this should work for majority of you guys. It doesn't work for everybody, it kind of all depends on your hardware. However, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to actually do this today. Now, if you guys haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. But anyways, let's get straight into it. So some of you may recall me doing this about just over a year ago now, but I am doing an updated version here since it is now 2022. So I figured that it would be a good idea to do a revamped version of it. So before I actually get into increasing the FPS for lower end people, I'm actually going to show you higher end PC users who still tend to lag in Roblox how to actually increase your FPS by quite a bit just from doing one simple thing. So even for me, I have quite a decent end PC, and even I sometimes lag a bit, which is just kind of normal for Roblox optimization. But basically, literally all you want to do, So literally what you want to do is go into your settings area, which I'm sure you guys know how to get to. And you want to go to your settings and you just want to change your graphics to 9, and you want to keep it on manual, and you just want to change it to 9. Now, as you guys can see, there are some slight shading differences. There's not really any other differences though apart from shading, to be completely honest. But this right here increases FPS like crazy, and they've even the Hunter himself, the creator of Greenville, has told me that this does do a pretty massive FPS increase. And yeah, honestly, I can't even tell a difference from 9 graphics to 10 graphics. So for those of you who do really want to get the max performance out of your PC, then put it on 9 instead of 10. And for those of you lower end users, I'm talking people with low end laptops or PCs, instead of putting it to only 9, just put it straight to 1. Honestly, even though 1 does make everything really close to you and it's just not very good looking, it increases your FPS by a lot. I mean, I'm literally getting over 400 FPS right now, as you guys can see. Whereas if I put it onto max, I get around 300-ish, which it actually didn't drop that majorly for me. But when I turn it on this way, as you can see, I'm getting 60 to 70. But as soon as I put it onto 1 and I'm looking this way, I'm getting over 500 almost. So it's a massive increase. It might not be as massive for you guys on low-end devices, but it will definitely at least make somewhat of a difference. And then also, you guys want to go to the actual Greenville settings, and you guys will see a whole bunch of settings here that you guys can actually see. So first of all, when it comes to render quality, a lot of the things that people get wrong is actually putting their render quality on mobile. Now, even for me at first, I actually genuinely thought this was the lowest sort of rendering thing, but Hunter actually told me a little bit ago that it's actually better if you put it on medium, because apparently medium is closer to mobile rendering than mobile rendering actually is, or something along those lines. I can't exactly remember. All I know is that medium rendering is apparently better than mobile, and it does give you more of an FPS increase. So none of these settings actually matter, but when you scroll down a bit here, you'll actually see a couple other settings. So you'll see global shadows and tree count. So when it comes to global shadows, you can turn it on, and I think that does just turn on shadows around the place, which I don't think you can actually see on lowest graphics. If I see it on max graphics here, I can actually tell a difference. As you can see, there are actually shadows coming out from these light poles and stuff. Personally, I actually don't use this setting. It does look pretty cool though, with the kind of light beams coming out of the actual light poles right here. I did not notice that. I don't think, is that an exclusive feature to this? It's actually not, so that's actually just there anyways, which is cool. But yeah, so I personally don't use this feature just because it's so little, and you seriously just don't notice it, and it just takes a hit out of your FPS when you don't even barely see it. So personally, even for me with a pretty decent PC, I just tend to turn this off. And then also you have the tree count setting, which for me, I do love having high trees on, which basically just gives you more trees. However, just out of performance, I did choose to turn it back down to low again, which again, I would highly recommend doing for your guys' PCs. And yeah, so that's basically all of the Roblox FPS settings that will help you increase your FPS. But now I'm actually going to move to sort of things that are outside of Roblox that can help increase your FPS. Alright guys, so now I'm going to be showing you guys a program called Razer Cortex. Now before you guys freak out asking if this is a virus, I do just want to confirm right here, it is not a virus. Razer is an extremely trusted gaming brand, and I mean, my keyboard was even made by Razer, so I don't think a brand that literally makes real life items such as keyboards and mice will end up giving you virus software. So it's definitely not a virus, trust me on that. You can even search it up yourself. But yeah, so basically, if you want to click it right here, then hit the first link pretty much after you search up Razer Cortex is the link for Razer Cortex. Now, you guys don't necessarily need to download this program if you don't feel comfortable to, because I know even though this isn't a virus, some of you may not be comfortable to, so you don't have to, but it definitely does help quite a bit. And you just want to click download now on the actual tab, and it will take you to a download page, and it will be in your corner. So all you want to do from here is just click on it, and then it will basically take you into the installation progress. So Razer does have a lot of other softwares, so like for example this is for like lights and stuff, so they do make keyboards and mice and stuff like that. But for the sole purpose of this video, just download Razer Cortex, that's really all you need. And then you'll see that it will be downloading, and it doesn't usually take that long to download because it is quite a small program, but it actually does a lot. Alright guys, and then it will say congratulations, and you just want to click get started. And what you actually have to do from here is restart your computer. So yeah, it'll basically just restart your computer here, and I'll see you guys when I actually get back onto my PC. Alrighty guys, so literally as soon as your PC restarts, Razer Cortex should just open up a couple seconds later, and you'll be greeted by this login and /sign up page. So I just recommend making yourself an account, or I think you can just continue as a guest, I'm not exactly sure, but for the purpose of this video I'm going to be logging in. Obviously I'm not going to show any of that, but yeah, once you're done that, then you'll be on the next step. So it will start loading, and then basically it will actually minimize itself in your taskbar sort of area. So you want to click here on this little arrow, and then you actually want to click on the Razer Central button, and you want to click Launch Cortex. And as soon as you click that, it will actually come up with all your games here. What you want to do here is actually click up here and click System Booster, and then you actually want to click Scan. So basically what this does, it's not really a virus scanner or anything, it's more or less just the sort of thing that sees if you have anything that's reducing your frame rate, and basically that can just go out of your PC without affecting anything. So as you can see on the bottom of the screen, it actually shows everything that can actually be cleaned up and deleted. So basically after you have done scanning, then you just want to simply click the optimize button, and then it will do that, and then it will say optimize. So now as you can see, it says 1.3 gigabytes of disk space freed. So once you've done this, then you just go back to Game Booster, and then you actually click boost. So you just want to click on all of these, or at least most of them, or just the ones that are automatically clicked on, and then you just want to click boost now. So as you can see, it is releasing your RAM, so it's basically just releasing the RAM that's pretty much being used for no reason, at least I'm pretty sure. And if you want, I'm pretty sure you can restore it. Alright guys, so now after doing all of those steps, I am back here in Greenville, and as you guys can see, my FPS actually is not too bad at all. I'm averaging around 200 plus FPS at max graphics. It will obviously probably lower by a bit once I actually get the map rendered out, but keep in mind I'm at max graphics. However, if I actually go back to using 1 graphics again, and also make sure my shadows and tree counts are all off and at low, I am actually getting a whopping 500 FPS, or even sometimes 600 FPS, which is actually super insane. Last time I did this type of video, I was actually getting like 200 to 300 with these settings. So I don't know if it's just that my PC has gotten way better magically, or like Greenville's just gotten way better at optimizing, but I'm even happening to hit 700 in some occasions, which is actually super insane. Only reason why I personally don't play at these settings is just because it's not very good for you guys to watch. But if you guys are just playing by yourselves, it's honestly way better in my opinion, and really, really good. It's a really, really good experience compared to just lagging out at higher graphics. Alright guys, so now you need to go out of Roblox again, and I know it can be annoying, but it's just what you have to do, I guess, to get the highest frame rate possible. And then from here, you want to click your Windows button, and then actually search up Control Panel, and you just want to open that up, and basically this will bring up a sort of tab like this, and you just want to click on System and Security, then you want to click on System. And then guys, after that, you actually want to click on Advanced System Settings right down here. It does look a little bit different on Windows 10. However, it should be somewhere on that tab in the Windows 10 as well. And then basically after that, you just want to click on Performance, and you want to click Settings. And then you'll go to your Visual Effects tab. So as you can see, I have quite a lot of things on here. But basically, I'm not going to change any of this because I already have everything set to how I want it to be. But basically, you want to click Adjust for Best Performance, and you just want to apply and click OK to that. Or you guys can copy what I have here if you guys would really like to. However, basically, adjusting for best performance is the best possible for the highest FPS. Personally, for this video, I'm not going to be doing this just because, even though it does make a difference, I personally don't want to just change all this because then I'm probably going to forget what settings I had before, and I like my PC's, like, performance settings how they are right now. So yeah, feel free to change that up though, because it does definitely help increase your FPS. But yeah, also guys, in my last FPS unlocking video, I did actually show how to turn off your textures as well. But for the sole purpose of this video, I'm not going to be showcasing that, as in my opinion, it's just way too of a like sort of nifty process for how much it actually does, because it personally, at least from my experience, doesn't really increase your FPS that much, and it kind of just makes your game look way worse than it could. So it's just not worth doing that in my opinion. If you guys really do want to know how to do that, then you guys can check out my old FPS unlocking video. Otherwise though, I personally just would not recommend doing that, as it's just really annoying to actually do for how much it actually does. So now guys, for the next step here, all you guys need to do is go back onto Google or whatever you use to web browse, and you just want to search up Roblox FPS Unlock it. Now even if you have a low-end PC, downloading this program actually does increase your FPS anyways, because when you have your FPS capped to 60, which is by default on Roblox, it actually limits your PC's frame rate, I guess. So let's say your PC is capable of getting 60 FPS, but if it's capped to 60, it'll probably only get around 40 FPS sometimes, depending on your hardware, of course. But when you unlock it, then your PC will take full advantage of that, and it will actually just go as high as it possibly can. And that's why I do highly recommend getting this program. And this program, again, is not a virus. It was confirmed by Roblox developers, literally people who work at Roblox, that it's safe to use. And also a bunch of people like Creekcraft and Kaneko Kitten and all of that also use this program, so I would 100% trust this. I've been using this program for years now, and I've had no problems with it at all. So yeah, basically all you want to do here is click on the first link that comes up, and then you want to click on the 64x64.zip file of it, and then you just want to click on it, and then it will come up with the download thing. And whenever you do actually turn on your PC, you will have to go into your files and find it, and then also just click on it to activate it each time you boot your PC up. I think there is a way how to make it so it just automatically turns on, but at least in my case, I do have to go into my file explorer and find it every single time I boot up my PC, but it's not that much of a big deal. So yeah, basically all you want to do is click on that, and then it will be in your files, as you guys can see. And then you just want to click on it, and for me, I have it already running, but yeah, it'll be there, and then it will just start running automatically. And then again, you want to click on this arrow here, and you guys will see the Roblox FPS Unlocker icon. You just want to click on that, and then you guys will see that you can have an FPS cap if you want to, but personally I just have it unlocked fully, so I just have it on none. And yeah, basically that's how you do it. You can also unlock it for Roblox Studio 2, which is cool. Now, the next portion of the video here that I'll be going into is actually changing your screen resolution. And this is only for those of you people who are very desperate to get higher FPS. Otherwise, just skip this portion of the video, because this is really for people who are just really desperate to actually get their FPS to be higher. But basically, what you guys want to do for NVIDIA users, first of all, you just want to right click on your desktop, go to show more options, and then you'll see this right here. If you're on Windows 10 though, this page will automatically just show up, and then you want to click on NVIDIA control panel. So you want to give it a couple seconds to load up here, and then you guys will actually see it right here. So then you want to click the change resolution tab, and then once you're here, you can simply change the resolution to your likings. So for example, I have a 1080p monitor, but I can actually choose to change it to be only 720p like this, with 1280 by 720. And you can even make it way lower than that as well. Yeah, so I don't think you guys will actually be able to see here exactly what the resolution looks like, as I did make it a setting so it doesn't look bad. However, you guys, for me at least, it looks like it has a bunch of black bars around it, and it actually doesn't look terrible. It's bearable. It just makes my 27-inch monitor look like the size of a laptop screen, or a little bit bigger, but it's not honestly that bad. It's still playable, I'd say. But anyways, let's check out how this actually looks. But yeah guys, so now we're loading into Greenville here with all my settings applied. It actually doesn't look terrible with this resolution. It just makes my screen look way smaller than it actually is. But yeah, so as you guys can see, my FPS hasn't actually changed majorly. I am tending to hit 700 a bit more than I was previously. But yes, that's basically how you guys increase your FPS by quite a lot in Greenville. And hopefully this video does help you guys out. If it does, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe once again. But yeah, anyways, see you later guys, and goodbye.